Afternoon, fellas. Sorry for the delay in all the videos times. But anyways, just bringing you just a quick update on some progress and some of the new stash, new additions to the stash. But to start, what I've been up to recently. This is Cyber Hobbies Panzerkampfwagen 3, Panzer 3 Model E. I was inspired to build this tank for Hamilcar Barkas's BT7 build entry, just the early war abandoned tank. There's a little diorama that I don't believe I shared, but I will at a later date when I'll go ahead and make more videos when this is done. With an abandoned T-26 from Sevezda that I got recently. But this is in the process right now. It's just had the matte base coat on it and detailed painting. I still have to do some dry brushing and some highlights on some of the panels. And I am waiting in the mail at the moment for some ammo of MiG products. Go ahead and give them a shot. So, for the Panzer 3, there will be more updates on this. That's where she stands at the moment. Let's just move her out of the way. Alright. On the 1/72nd scale range, you can kind of see some of it. Is the hull. This is actually from the company Forces of Valor. If anybody is, or Unimax Toys, if anyone's familiar with them, Forces of Valor makes, well, they used to at least, make 1/32nd scale die-cast World War II armored vehicles. That's my first 1/72nd scale attempt at the figure ever. Never gotten that small before, never intended to. Sorry for the really weird camera angle. Just can't really get my arm around the tripod. But I'm building this for a friend of mine, a teacher, but a really good friend of mine for over the past couple of years in high school. So I'm building that for him for a Fury. I know it's not the exact Sherman, but I just want to go ahead and build that one for him. And that's just about all we got so far for the Fall of the Reich group build. One of many. Come on. There you go. One of many Russian soldiers. This is where he stands at right now. Still have a crapper ton to do. See if I can get him better in the light. There we are. Not too shabby, I must say myself. But it came out a lot better than I thought after putting the a wash on him. I actually used for the wash on the soldier. Same with the tanks, and of course I can't find it when I want to show you. Oh, here it is. AK Interactive's dark brown wash. Actually, for green vehicles, apparently. But I just threw this on here and it came out really well. In my view. Alright, that's enough with the progress so far. Really haven't been up to much lately. I've been really busy with work. But, without further ado, to start, just for shits, why not? 1/72nd scale Airfix 109. This is the one of the starter sets, but I actually got this at the bookstore. Oddly enough, yeah, Barnes & Noble. I don't know if all of them do, but Barnes & Noble near me actually sells 1/72nd scale kits, and they have B-25s. They have the Lancaster, all sorts of kits there. It is a bit more expensive. I paid about $12, $13 for this. I know you can get them like $9 or even less than that, but I just thought, hey, you know what, let me just go ahead and buy it from the bookstore to pretty much just say, hey, I bought a plane at a bookstore. Well, for air cup wise, we got it right now. The 1/72nd scale 109. Sorry, I keep moving the camera around. Bear with me, please. Alright. Alright, next off, we have 1/35th scale Trumpeter Soviet 152mm howitzer, 1937 ML20. This kit is bad to the bone. It does come with a metal gun barrel. It's odd. The cradle itself, the whole gun chassis and the cradle that it sits on is all part of the plastic, and just the centerpiece here is the metal. And then, I'm not sure, does it? I believe the muzzle brake is a photo etch piece that you kind of have to roll, like in Panzermeister 36's, can't remember the name, but that massive gun that you're building for your Fall of the Reich group build. But I took a look inside of this. Again, guys, if you want to see any kit reviews, please let me know. Don't be shy. Throw it in the comment section, and I will love to go ahead and do a kit review to go ahead and satisfy your needs on knowing. Well, this is what we got so far here. Trumpeter-wise, again, another aircraft. Revell 1/32 scale Hensel HS 129 B2 or R2. Took a look inside this kit. There's only 2 sprues in it and just 1 clear part, which would be the canopy. I will actually do... I'll do an inbox review on this at a later date. I don't know much about aircrafts. I'm kind of saving it for the out of your comfort zone group build. I've never built an aircraft before. I have... four 148 scale 109s, a 48 scale P51D, this in 72nd scale, and the 72nd scale 109 that you just saw, of which I've never built any of them yet, because it's just not in my comfort zone. But I'll go ahead and take a quick pick out of one of these, and if you guys want to see one of them built, I'll definitely take that into account for as an entry into the out of your comfort zone group build. But here's the 129. And again, Hunter Buddy, this one's for you. For I know that you me joke about my fascination with Soviet vehicles. But the OT-34 76 flamethrower tank, model 1943, factory number 122. I mean, 112. This tank only comes with one variation in marking decal and marking options, which is there, and I believe it's the Dmitri something or other flamethrower brigade or something like that. 1943. Again, if you want to see kit reviews, anything, please let me know. Here, and last but not least, but another one, a T-34-76 model 1942 with hexagonal turret with soft edge type. I eventually want to go ahead and try to have a T-34 of every variation, every turret variation, every model, just every T-34 out there. For my Fall of the Reich, this is my first ever T-34 in the T-34-85. Came out really nice. I was really happy with the overall result. Jeez, cannot think at all on this tank. And I can't wait to go ahead and make more brothers and sisters for it. That'd be really nice. And every variation of the T-34 is also including the SU-100s and SU-85s. And is that all we got here for today? Oh, and one more thing. The T-34. Again, as I say again, which I can't stress enough, if you'd like to go ahead and take a look at any of the kits, please let me know. Let's go ahead and just raise this up a bit more so you can go ahead and see. Now, while I was at the bookstore, examining literature of many different variants, and picked up the 109, I also had to go ahead and grab this. Illustrated Encyclopedia of Weapons of World War II. Comprehensive guide to weapon systems including tanks, small arms, warplanes, artillery, ships, and submarines. Now, we probably have several books that will tell us the same information we'll find in this. I'm going to go ahead and I'll definitely say I'm guilty on that one. Because you can only have so many books that say the greatest battles of World War II and expect a different page and writing on something else that you already read. But anyways, definitely just pick this up because it just looks cool. And it really is a good book. Just go ahead and just flip to a... Let's just go and flip to a random page. And voila! Alright, here we are. We are in the infantry weapons section on Allied weapons. You can just flip through it for Allied and Axis pistols. If it doesn't have a picture, it will have drawn out illustrations and diagrams of the weapons. Weapons, vehicles. There we go. Special amphibious vehicles. Trucks, anti-tank weapons, flamethrowers, flamethrower vehicles, aircraft of all type. What do we in here? Just an aircraft. And there's absolute ton of information. All different types of submarines, different classes. So on aircraft carriers, on the British, American, and Japanese aircraft carriers, they will actually have whole sections on every aircraft carrier, not just the class of aircraft carrier. Same with battleships. Many battleships that, like the Bismarck, obviously Bismarck, the Hood, Tirpitz, all big name ships will actually have their own complete section along with the class section of the ship, which I found really cool in this book. Although ships really aren't aren't too big of my thing, but still, it's very interesting to go ahead and just read up on them. And one thing, actually, that was in this book that I took a look at that didn't really think of, that they actually made their own vehicles. And I might as well, let me just go ahead and throw you over there and just go ahead and give a quick taste on what's in this book. I think it's actually much more forward. Yes, I know you're texting me, I understand. Gives you right. Oh, no. We got our lovely KB1s and IS2s. They will also state different variants of the tank. Like for the T70 version of the tanks, it'll go talk about the T40s, 60s, and 70s and how they evolved in the certain variants and what needed to be updated to make this tank. So it's a really well detailed book on armored vehicles on every type. Beautiful Polish tanks, the best vehicles in the world. Sorry, Poland, you really are just history's punching bag. I mean, you just are. But Hungarian tanks. Now, I do know that Hungary took they made a self-propelled gun out of the Panzer 35 T chassis. I do know that. Oh, there are just a couple pictures of it. I think there was only, I mean, just a couple of them made. I want to say in the single digits of these vehicles. But these are Hungarian tanks that served in the Stalingrad front. I just found it really interesting seeing all the different variants of the vehicles in countries that you really never look at, like South African vehicles would be in here. South African tanks, armored personnel carriers, South African weapons. Just really countries that you never hear a whole lot about that actually had a lot to do with the campaigns of the Second World War, which I find shedding some light on the rest of our allies that kind of get looked over is really, really nice to me about this book. And a beautiful inner cover page of the Panzer IV, number 32 of Regiment. No idea. I wonder if it even says it on here, actually. Does it say it anywhere? And no, it does not, unfortunately. Okay. But anyways, that's enough babbling about right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Just a quick little stash update on just a couple of new goodies came bringing in. Again, if you want to see any kit reviews, or even if you want to see more of a book review or anything at all, please ask. I will definitely make the time in whenever I can to go ahead and answer any questions that you have. And until then, keep your stick on the ice, and I'll see you on the battlefield, guys.